Hey, I'm Ryan with Warner Discovers, and today I'm going to show you how I ran Ethernet behind my TV in the living room. Now, before we moved into this house, there was a lot of trim. The TV was already placed there, so it would have been really tricky to run an Ethernet cable to this location behind the TV. Now, I have ran tons of Ethernet throughout this house, but this in particular spot was very difficult without having to rip open a lot of the wall. One saving grace is that there is a coax cable running into the box behind the frame TV. What I have been planning to do for quite a while is running with these MoCA adapters. With the MoCA adapters, you can run Ethernet over the coax, so you can get stable and reliable speeds rather than rely on Wi-Fi, especially when streaming a game or something with high-def content. For my use case, I've been using Moonlight a lot to stream from my desktop, so I really wanted to have another location in the house to sit down and play a game from. So follow along as I rewire this box and show you all the equipment that I put in there. And before we get started, all the links for all the products are in the description below. So we are here in my living room where there is usually a frame TV, and this is the box that is behind the TV, which has the frame TV box and a Fire TV stick as well as an outlet and a coax line for the frame TV. Now, because of the area that which it is above the fireplace, also in front of the chimney, you can't go back, you can't really go down. For me to go over and down and try to get to the basement would be a huge pain in the ass. So what we're working with right now is just a coax cable, which luckily does go down to the basement. Now, my main objective here is to provide Ethernet to the Fire TV stick so that I can stream games on here, as well as just more reliably streaming, as well as access for the frame TV over Ethernet as well. So what we have here that I'm going to put in this box is a new UniFi switch powered via USB-C. And then we have a power adapter here, which has 4 outlets, one on the other side, and then 2 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port. Then we have the Fire TV Ethernet adapter, and then we have our MoCA adapters. One of these will go in the box and one of these will go in the basement, which will provide Ethernet over the coax. And then we also have a DC to USB-A adapter, which I'll use to provide power to one of these MoCA adapters. So I'll bring you along step by step for this. Basically, I'm going to start with this power adapter. And so what I found was 2 USB-A, so one's going to power the Fire TV stick, and the other one is going to actually power the MoCA adapter. And each one of these ports powers up to 2.4 amps of power over 5 volts. And then the USB-C will actually power the switch right here with the UniFi via USB-C. And how we can tell this is supported is you look at that output right there, you can see 5 volts, 1 amp. So this AC adapter provides 1 amps over 5 volts to the Fire TV stick. So as long as this adapter is providing more than that, it should be plenty. So if we open this MoCA adapter and we look at one of these power adapters. So I'll go into this a little bit more, but you have to find the right DC input plug size. So as far as power goes, if we look at one of these, same deal with the Fire TV stick, but this is 5 volts, so 1 amp over 5 volts. So as long as we get the right voltage and the right DC size, which is what this will be over USB-A, then we can eliminate one of these bulky USB adapters just to power it via USB. Okay, so first I took the fiber optic cable out of here for now, which connects to the TV here, and just disconnected the coax. So we have the power adapter here, and I wired up the Fire TV Ethernet adapter and just zip tied that around. Zip ties are definitely helpful in these small boxes. As you can see, I have this nice elaborate hanging mechanism, which has been working so far, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And next up, let's try to fit the MoCA adapter. So the MoCA adapter box, the starter kit at least, usually comes with 2. So one of these is going to go in this box. It also comes with 2 power adapters, an extra coax cable, a splitter, another extra coax cable, another splitter, and 2 Ethernet cords. So for this end, I'm just going to use one of these. I already have the coax cable And then I'll use my own Ethernet cable because I have smaller, shorter Ethernet cables that'll take up less space that we'll use to go to our switch. And then from the switch, we'll go to these two devices. Up next, we got the MoCA adapter up here. So I decided to put it up at the top just to save a little space down at the bottom. Luckily, I had a little bit of extra line for the coax. A little tiny kink here, but hopefully it'll be fine. So you can see now that I plugged in the special USB to DC power adapter into the USB-A port. You can see it is now powered. Now, you might be wondering, why don't you just use the USB port on the frame TV under here? However, when you turn off the frame TV, it actually kills the USB power. So that is very annoying to have it reboot every single time. So this will provide constant power to the Fire TV stick, as well as the screen beam. So next up, we have the UniFi switch that can be powered via PoE. And we are going to power this via USB-C though, because of where we are. So this is going to plug in to the MoCA adapter, and then these are going to provide two ports, one for the Fire TV, one for the Frame TV, and any other devices I'll add in the future here. So we're going to power it from the USB-C port on this power adapter, and this power adapter will provide 3 amps on that USB-C port, and this will only need, looking at this power adapter, 1 amps over 5 volts. So we should be able to easily power this with a USB-C cable. Now we got the UniFi switch in here, powered by this USB-C cable, which it did not come with it. I had this extra laying around because the one that comes with it is a AC powered USB-C only. So next up, we're gonna wire up the Ethernet. Now we have the Ethernet hooked up. So this will provide the Ethernet to the switch right here. And then the Frame TV is connected via Ethernet, and the Fire TV is connected via Ethernet. So the last thing I will do is plug back in the fiber optic cable, as well as the power cable for the Frame TV. I also left the plug here, just in case we need to come back to it. Here's the final setup before I put the TV back up. So I'll plug this back to the TV, and then we'll just remount the TV back up. Got the power cable back in and the fiber optic cable. Definitely have to make sure you don't kink the fiber optic cable. So a little bit of a mess near the end. It's like an organized mess. Now let's see the coax line come on and hook up the one in the basement. So I'm down here in the basement. This is the other end of the MoCA adapter. And I'm actually just gonna use the power cable down here because I have an easily accessible power area. And here is the other end of that coax, different color because there is a joint connector between upstairs. So let's go ahead and connect this together. All right, I got these both connected, and then after a few moments, we have the coax green powered up here as well. So let's go check the upstairs. So we have a green light up here as well. So let's go ahead and connect the Ethernet downstairs. So I got to do a new run for this Ethernet and sort of situate this better here, but for the sake of this video, I got the Ethernet plugged into a switch nearby, and let's go ahead and check out the new connection. And here's the Flex Mini, as you can see, hooked up to my switch downstairs on port 5, which I'll have to run a new run back to the main switch, but it is up and running. And as you can see here, the Fire TV is connected to that port number 3. Now we got the TV back up, and let's do some speed testing. We got the Frame TV hooked up, and you can see it is wired. Now on the Fire TV, if you go to the network settings, you can see I have Wi-Fi off, and the Ethernet connection is connected. Run a speed test. Cool, and we are getting approximately 100 megabit down, which is the maximum speed of that Ethernet adapter anyway. So with that UniFi switch, it does support gigabit Ethernet, but the Frame TV is 100 megabit, and the Fire TV Ethernet adapter is also 100 megabit, but this will work flawlessly for up to 4K streaming, or if I do like a moonlight stream for gaming, which I've been doing in the other room, it has been working awesome with this Ethernet adapter. So I hope that was helpful to run through that entire rewiring process. Pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated. I've been using it a few times since then, and it has definitely been an upgrade over the Wi-Fi. There is a little bit more latency when using the MoCA adapter, so it's not true as if you are running Ethernet, but it does do the job. And as far as moonlight streaming for gaming from my PC, that's been much more reliable than over the Wi-Fi. Now I have a Ubiquiti switch in there, the Frame TV is hooked up via Ethernet, and it's ready to add anything else I want. So let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching.